Good evening. Okay, please, if you're online, you can unmute your mic and just answer, then you can mute it back. Good evening. My name is Bukola, and
Good
I'm the
evening.
anchor for Good evening, sir. And I'm the anchor for September series, for September creative series. Precious, hi Precious. Good evening. Adeziwura. Good evening. Please, let's just
Can you hear
wait
me?
for.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. So nice to have you here, sir. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Wonderful.
Please, let's just wait a little for others. Okay, while waiting for others, I will introduce myself. Then anybody online too, they should introduce themselves. Okay, my name is Oluwabukola Orashaki. I'm a student at the Nigerian Law School, Port Harcourt. So I'm a law student. I'm a Nigerian law school student. So, and this is one of the series that I'm always looking forward to. So please, if you are online, and I'm connecting from Ile-Ife. I'm in Ile-Ife for my law school court attachment extension. So please, if you are online, just introduce yourself and tell us where you are connecting from. I'm waiting.
So my name is Precious Ugbaje. I'm a banker at Zenith Bank. I currently work and reside in Lagos.
So nice to have you here, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Alex, connecting from the city of Ibadan, and it's glad to be here. I'm looking forward to the speaker, talk on the topic, and I got my pen and my book ready to learn. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, from the chats, Okwade Adediura connecting, also connecting from Ile-Ife, my Ile-Ife brethren. Good evening. So please let's just wait a little for others to join. So I really hope you have expectations for this series. I'll start with Adediura. What are your expectations for this series? Like, what do you want to learn from this edition, from this September edition? Okay, while waiting for Adedura, I will go first. So after graduating school, I finished from OAU last year. Then I finished from Faculty of Law OAU. I'm a law student. So I took on some writing jobs. Like I was writing for a particular law office. I was writing for their websites, trending news in the law industry. So there was this time that we wrote an article on taxation. Then there was this time where the petroleum refinery, they wanted to like list out new oil bedrocks. So this is one of the series I'm actually looking for, especially this particular edition, because I'm actually dropped my writing skills to go and focus on school. So um do we have any other person that wants to say something?
Okay, I think I want to go. Thank you once again, Bukola. Okay, so for me, I'm actually very interested in this because recently, I think about 2 months now, I got a new job, more of a side job though, not my main job, but a job as a social media manager. I know one of the things I have to do is come up with content. I'm not going through the write-up or the bio of a speaker. It's someone that has 7 years experience. And sometimes some of this content are content that you have to write down and just draft. So I'm looking forward to him touching on that too, how to come up with content, especially in the area of writing, developing it and all. Seeing as a professional, someone that has 7 years, about 7 years experience in that. So for me, I'm just looking forward to developing my writing skill because also I have to make posts, I have to come up with captions and write up sometimes something that is trending, I have to write on it, make a content out of it and all of that. So for someone who is very experienced, I'm looking forward to learning from that and see as much as I can gather from that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I hope we all have our writing parts ready because we're actually here to learn. So let's see how many months now. Okay, I just want to chip something in there. Another reason why I'm actually looking forward to this series is around June last year, sorry, June this year, I took a virtual assistant course, and ever since I finished the course, I just dropped it that okay, maybe I'll come back to it when I have time or when I have time to like navigate my way around this. So I'm actually looking forward to this series because I know it's going to provide more insights on how to go about this. So mm, once again, Mr. Precious, I want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for honoring our invite. Thank you so, so much, sir. And I know we really, really, really can't wait to learn from you, sir. So can we get the citation?
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here, and then I'm also going to learn one or two from you guys because we never stop learning, as I always say.
Yes.
So let's start
Okay,
now.
so I will read the citation of our speaker, Precious Ugbaje. I hope I'm correct with the pronunciation, a researcher and freelance writer. So our topic for this particular edition is finding gold in the desert, inspiration and writing. So on to the Precious is a dedicated researcher and freelance writer with over 7 years of experience in content creation and research writing. Specializing in diverse subjects, Precious has honed the ability to deliver in-depth, well-researched, and engaging content tailored to various industries. In research, clear, effective communication that meets the unique needs of clients. Positive. So now I'm going to say it again. I hope we all have our writing part. This is mine. So which means I'm actually here and ready to learn. So the fresher side.
I reside in State and obviously I'm honored to be here with like minds. And if I was to place, I didn't have this opportunity to really listen.
Sorry, can anyone hear our speaker?
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can. We can hear you now, sir.
So, like I was saying, I really didn't have this opportunity to like have someone sit me down and think about the basic research writing, finding opportunities where finding the opportunities. So, start this. Just take it out to let us
Okay, sorry, but we can't really
No,
speak out well,
yes.
so I don't know if you can
Okay.
place the mouthpiece better. We can't really hear you, sir.
So, can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, if it can be like that. Thank you. Sorry.
So, like I said, I got admission to study mass communication in 2017. So that was when the whole idea of writing really, really got the hold of me. Let me put it that way, because I think after my first semester, I didn't really even know my purpose. Let me just put it that way. I didn't really know my purpose in life at that point in time. I was just like, okay, just get ready to go to class, attend my classes, go back home, have a nice time with my friends, do the basic things that I was expected of, and those things like that. So that was basically just it. So I think everything happened in my second semester. So there was this cafe guy that always to I started forming this relationship with him. Uh, it was really possible to do my things myself. So I think the whole thing came when I got to know most of my mates in school. And me, I'm somewhat an observer, because if I'm in a large audience, I tend to observe things that people really don't look out for. So I was able to discover that the set of people I had with me, not that they were not really fond of wanting to do better in academics, but I just felt the majority of the colleagues I have, or the majority of classmates I had, let me put it this way, they were not really faced by getting assignments, wanting to do better in academics and everything. And I saw it as, because at this point with the Gen Zs now, we feel you can't really force us to do what we don't want to do, because that's the whole, let me just say, the whole feeling about being a Gen Z, because you feel like, okay, I'm a boss lady, I'm a boss of my own self, I make my decisions and everything. So I was able to discover that if students have this attitude towards the academics and everything, what can I do about it? Obviously, I'm not the lecturer, and I'm not in any position to point out that this one is an issue that I'm seeing or anything, because it would be like diverging into an area that is not my own control. So I discovered that the most of, let us say, 60% of the classmates I had were really not that interested in doing academic work for themselves. So I gave it a thought. Like, since I know I'm capable of doing things myself, why not I just give you an opportunity or avail myself to people I feel are ready to help themselves in the academics, like just the assignments and everything. Just I started with assignments. So the first time I got to communicate with 1 to 3 persons in my class, so the feedback I got was what I expected. So I spoke to like 7 persons, and I got feedback from 5 persons. Okay, let me just give it a chance, see what you can do. So when I did that, I was able to deliver a good and niche content for them. So they delivered the assignments well, and I'm pretty sure they got a good grade for it. And that was basically it. And till today, there's a quote that particular cafe guy, his name is Pascal. There's something he said that always rings in my mind till this day. Because the day I came to his cafe to print out those assignments, he asked, he said, "Are the owners of this assignment?" I said, "Ah, it's some of my mates too." I just helped them out, let them just find small change. That was just really the whole idea of everything, just to get small change that as a student you can just have in your back pocket, and you understand. So that was just it. And he made a statement. He said, "This thing I just did, it won't end soon." He didn't say it as a cause. He just said that there's no turning back from this part that I just entered. And to me, I just felt maybe he just said it based on the fact that he's always doing that stuff for students and everything. But he said there's no turning back. That I really didn't know that this was how my life was going to turn out, because I can vouch that me going into that path, it really led the pathway to my life and every other thing around me. So starting that, that was like the bedrock of my foundation in it. So starting that, I did for the first set of persons, and in time, I could beat my chest and say that I had close to 30, 40 persons at my beck and you know when something at your beck and call, like I don't need to call them to say like, okay, there's an assignment to meet this. You want me to do it for you? I already knew. They already put it in their mind that I'm the one that is going to do the assignment for them. It was so draining at the point because at one point I was not even the whole feeling of okay, wanting to have spare change, because that was the idea of starting it. Just wanted to have spare change as a student, because at least you always have a lot of things, demands that you want to meet as a student. And so if you are having so less cash, you want to like find ways to like make money. At least finding ways to make money through the right means, not illegal means of like let's say gambling or doing things to make money that are not the upright way. So that was just it. So started with self students. I was already in name for students in my class. We're 207 in total. So if half of the class are already in pro, that was what's the idea of my brand name produce. It's already a pro to students. It's like it will not even stay maybe next step like right and I can say that it's really really turned out to be what I expected, because it's really the whole writing idea was there, always delivering content that it even made me become better because I had to research, I had to learn a lot of things about more than one stuff. And I really learned how to hit time and to hit targets and everything and everything. But that was still not the plan. The plan was just to make little changes, like I said, little change. But little did I know that this aspect to become so better, because at a certain point in time I was battling how to like balance my mix and the demands of having the clients to meet. Despite that, you know, that balance was still delivering, but finding it hard to get that balance. Get to when that was my results. It was trajectory where I started was something to me. When I got to see my principal spiral
Okay, Mr. Precious, sorry, please, if you could let me find a particular location of your mouthpiece that is loud. We can hear you though, but it's not
okay,
as
okay.
clear. Yes. So if you can just find a particular mouthpiece. So can you try speaking?
Okay,
Let's
okay,
just
okay. Let me know.
okay, yes. I think it's louder. Okay. So please
Okay, okay.
just go
Sorry,
ahead.
sorry. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay. So back to what I'm saying. So I was finding a way to have this balance with my academics and content writing. Let's just say research writing, because that was basically it. I started doing content writing after I left school. So trying to find that balance, I realized that okay, this was not what I planned for, because I was already getting the spare change I wanted, because I had to discover that this was a part. Like I said, the topic was about discovering food in the desert, because there's no way that that's the desert and find food there. So food is like seeing something that strikes out of what you didn't plan for. So going back to my academics and starting it, I discovered that this was something that was already affecting me. It was affecting the whole plan I had for myself, because I realized that I was giving more than what I expected. It was not like I was not reading. I was reading, but I was not doing best at that, because I was always having a rate of jobs and to meet up, having little or less time. So what did I do? I had a long break for 200 level. So coming to my third year in school, I needed to act fast in order to have a balance with my academics. So I thought of several ways I could do that. And lo and behold, I was able to decide that the only way I can meet up with the others are, because already it was already spreading, like I was already having more than even half the class already. And this was, I didn't really, it was like I said, it was not what I expected. As the Lord will have it, it's not something that I can now reject, because the more I will try to reject it, the more I get more person saying, okay, please, I want you to just be the person to do it for me. And as a compassionate fellow that I can't really say no, because to be like, okay, I'm now making this person not to pass his assignment or something like that. So I decided that in order to meet clients' demands and meet my own demand for my personal life, which is to excel in my studies, I will have to work with individuals I feel have the same, are like minds like me, that will have the same ideas that we can brainstorm together and everything. That was how I reached out three of my friends in my class that, because I had a study guys that were better than me academics. So this were the guys I always worked with. So funny enough, they didn't really have time for that kind of thing. They were just priority myself, the kind of thing that they just want to do things for themselves. They're not ready to like, not that they were not helping other persons, but so I told them about it and I felt like okay, I needed their support, I needed their help that this is something we can do as a team. And it's not like they're going to be doing it for free. There is for each task they can complete from me. So that was how I was able to balance my academics and the research writing and basically writing I was doing for my mates and everything. So, so now I stopped it again. I became balanced in my studies. I got back to that age I wanted in my studies. I got a good grade after my first semester training level, because at least I already had a balance with tasks I had to do my studies. So reaching that level was good for me, but another twist came in again. From working with three different guys, it now felt like we needed an expansion. It was not because the value for our work we're getting, which was in the monetary value, was not enough. It was not just that. But because my friends were more open to like, okay, since we can do this for people in development, why don't we ourselves or avail ourselves to other departments that we feel we can handle the academic work. So that was how we to spread out to more arts and humanities. We're getting jobs from departments of philosophy, English and literary studies. We're getting from law, we're getting from some management courses, business administration, public administration. We even went up to going to the faculty of agriculture. We're getting gigs from fishery and all those stuff. But it was basically theoretical gigs because we were not experts in areas that needed a scientific knowledge. So if it was for theoretical knowledge, we availed ourselves to do our best in it. And despite the knowledge we had in our minds, it would not be possible if we didn't make use of the devices we had with us, which was stable internet connection, the availability of using our mobile devices and preferably our laptops, because we're able to survey around the internet, getting lots of information. So you know how tiring and time consuming it is for you to like read something that was not even in your own area of expertise, because basically I was in school, so what I expected to learn was anything that relates to communication, media, and everything. But now this is me reading land law, all those kind of things like that, just because I have that. But I was reading about facts, those things like that. That was just it. But in the end of it all, we were one way or the other exploring it areas that we did, and one way or the other, like I've always said, knowledge is a waste. Be able to have ideas of certain aspects of life that was different from what we planned to study in school. So I was through availing myself to get gigs from other departments. I had knowledge of philosophy, I had knowledge of literature, I had knowledge of some little things in the sciences, some little things in art, things like that. That's what happens when you avail yourself to a little opportunity which you feel is okay, this is how I want it to be. And from then, you know when God wants to just to sprinkling of favor for you. You know when you sprinkle salt, you think it's just one little sand before you know it's just a lot. It will just touch other places that you didn't plan for. And when God blesses you, it just spreads. You understand? So I took it as a blessing. But the main thing was I was doing well for myself, my team were doing well, and up till today, we're still in touch. We still work together, but since I got this job, I'm really not in boundary with them, or they work from time to time and it's important. This just there's some things you just have to just do and go back to enjoying that some certain points in time. So now at the moment, I just work with international clients, not because I just decided that way, but I was able to realize that the international clients I worked with, the demands were not that much like people in Nigeria. Not like we don't get offers from them, but we do get for the rest of my teammates. People in my team, I think, yeah, it's the rest of my colleagues, they attend to it, or most of the gigs I attend to personal clients outside. It will make you to know that we can never really out of publicity. The my people referrals. That's the funny thing. Like, stop, let's just say 60% of clients will fix. I understand that a lot of things referrals. Currently, I'm working with 3 candidates outside the country. One is in University of South. One just finished his master's program in business studies in University of Manchester and third place in the US. I didn't get to the university, but I just woke up to text messages or messages of I was referred to by this person to work with you, and I really want you to assist me in a mixed stress meeting. That was just it. The more every time, like going back to that statement I made, that cafe guy asked me to say, once you start this, there's turning back. The more I want to end it, the more I'll be like, okay, nothing I want to research right again. That's when someone just like and how are you going to say to someone that explains the president and this area of that says the limits and developments? So thus I was never motivated about the achievement I got from this. It was not that I just felt this was something that was a skill I could give out to certain things. So if I was not motivated by that, then how would I feel when someone texts me out of the blue, okay, motivated by this person? Maybe I told someone that I had a very good business relationship with. And how would you see and how would you now make the person feel that you're not up for the job? Because it would be like a little job at first, but when you start it, you get to see that it's a lot in there. And once you start it, you want to just finish it because there's no way you want to reach the and be like, okay, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And that's why I'm blessed with the teammates I have. Whenever I experience what we say, my academic job, I always have 1, 2, 3 persons to run to because, like they say, 2 heads are better than 1. So that's just it. But that doesn't mean that we're not channels that one can emphasize like the sites that you can register your job. At a certain point in time, I think that I've never really checked my email to see others because the ones I've got from the referrals was more than enough. More than enough. But that doesn't mean that because we have said my story, it'll be like, okay, this guy is very good in what that was I didn't face challenges. Challenges not with plenty of time because we are all in this country together. We always face electricity issues and everything. So one way or the other, we've had a lot of challenges that we talk with clients and we're able to just find ways to overcome the challenge, working extra hours or working nights. So you can imagine when the past feel sleepy just because you just have to meet up with clients' demands. Because any clients job I take it as something that is disturbs me, like it's my life. I need people to do this thing well. I take every job seriously. I never ever take it because I know how it feels to be a student when you deliver a job that it makes sense, makes the person feel bad. Not saying that I've never had bad news. I've had a lot of bad news. It has prepared me to do better and to be more focused. But I've had help with a lot of tools that make my data writing and research a bit easier. So that being said, finding the desert is basically being in an environment where you can have opportunities yourself that you don't really venture in and avail yourself to be that person that can stand there. And stand there means this is understanding your vision, understanding the certain points. I guess I think this is what people need at this point in time. And is there anything I can do about it to really make an impact? Because trust me, if I wasn't sound like this, I don't think I would have decided on going into this venture of saying to write or to assist with the academics. If I wasn't sound like, if I wasn't really paying enough attention, I would have discovered that this was an area that needed attention to. Let me just put it down. So finding good in designers, like I said, it's basically discovering that there is something of greater value around you that people around haven't really discovered. But through your understanding of what's around, be able to discover that and you're ready to grab that opportunity and make sure you excel it. Now, this brings me to highlight more of the challenges faced when doing.
All right, Mr. Precious,
Yes.
thank you, thank you for your session. Thank you. But some of our participants are still finding it difficult to hear you. I myself am really straining. So we want to know, is it possible you speak without the earpiece? Perhaps it'd be better. Or you require the earpiece to speak. If not, I think without the earpiece might actually be louder and better. We appreciate you, but we also do not want to miss out on what you may be saying.
Hello, are you
Okay,
hearing me now?
wow, perfect. I think this was just the best way to go. All right, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
yes, yeah, please just go ahead. You can continue
okay.
from where you stopped. When what finding good in the desert basically mean. Thank you.
Okay. So, like I said, finding gold in the desert is just the ability for you to just discover what's going to be your best interest to a multitude of individuals around you in any area of your life. It can even be in the church. It must not be in an academic environment. It can even be in the church. You can be with a group of your friends, like a youth unit, and you discover that, okay, this set of individuals don't know about this crypto opportunity or this trade opportunity that you feel this is something you should let them know. Because most times there are some trade opportunities that you get monetary value from when you refer a lot of persons. So all those kind of things like that, imagine you're the first person to know about it and you let them know. So imagine what will happen when you avail yourself to that opportunity and you strike fast. or strike as you get the opportunity to let them know about it. That's just what it is. Finding gold also, it should be something that at the end of it all, it makes you a better person and it makes people you you impact on better also. So it has to be a win-win. So it's not basically you just grabbing the gold, but at least grabbing the gold and making sure that people around you really feel that impact of the gold you were able to grab. So take it as service to humanity, service to mankind, but at least it's not only for yourself. You make yourself better with the opportunity. You make people that are going to be recipients of that value better also. So that notwithstanding, the whole writing process is not, it's easy to some, but it can be stressful or stressing to other persons. So like I said, there are a lot of online platforms where you can advertise your job, advertise your skill. But to the glory of God, I've never been that kind of person that this was what I needed to do to get people. Most of the clients I've worked with for the past 2 years since I finished service in 2021 has always been, oh, hello, Precious. I got your number from Shade. She said you work with her and she has referred you to me that, so please, I need your assistance and all this kind of thing. This was just it. So it tends to show that you really, really did your job well, because if you didn't do your job well, there's no way people want to refer you to get clients and everything. There's no way. There's no way it will happen, because the circle of life doesn't work that way. If you really do, if you don't really make an impactful job or impactful delivery on a task that was given to you, there's no way the person will want to make reference of your name to a multitude of persons they meet. So this is what being good at a skill gets you to. That doesn't mean that there are no other writers like me that advertise themselves on a daily. But it can be that they are just starting, so you want to advertise yourself. But I was able to start from when I was in school. I have persons that are in my class, they started when we graduated and they are doing well also. But my foundation was in school. So I was already a household name with my peers already, that this was what Precious basically does. So that was just the game changer for me. Until today, the statement from Pascal always rings in my head that it will never end. And I used to always pray that it ends, honestly. It's not like I'm tired of the whole job and everything, but I just want to just doing little. Because ever since I got the job I'm presently doing, so I've not really, really had time for myself. So most times it's just weekends, and even the weekends are short. Like now, today is Sunday. Who will believe? Yesterday was just Friday, and now, if they told me yesterday was Saturday, I don't believe it. I would think it was Friday because I still went to work yesterday. But that's just it. That's just life. So at a certain point in time, this was what I felt God blessed me with, but I just feel I really don't want to do it again. Not because of the stress involved, but because I feel I want to diverge into another area of my life that I feel needs improvement. But I still write sometimes. Still write sometimes. And there are some persons that once they come knocking at your door, you just can't really say no to them. So if my team declines an offer and I'm not available to do that, I can just reach out to other persons that I know that are into my line of work, and it's easier. So I'll just let them know that please just treat this work as important as ever and make sure you deliver well, because a good name is better than the whole money you want to get, because there are some days it's not even about the money. There's money in it, no lies. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. There's a lot of money in it. And a lot, I mean a lot, because the generations of persons we have right now, they just want anything that will ease their academic stress. That was what I was able to discover at as early as my 100 level days. Because the kind of persons I was with, they didn't want to go to class. Like anything that would just make them feel, not make them feel themselves. They don't want all those academic stress. They're not for it. So that was how I was able to discover that, okay, if I avail myself to be a solution to their problems, this is what I can get from it. And that's doing is academics. It's academics, it never ends. Because the day you get this assignment, another course, you bring another assignment. And imagine in a class that they have 9 to 10 courses, and every time they do assignment and everything, and you're always the person doing it for them. So there's no way. I was getting money for it, but it was not really, really about the money. So not really, really about the money. So at a certain point in time, if you want to, no matter the kind of amount that one offers for you, if you feel this is not what you want to do, you not want to, you not really, really want to do it. Because as at 2017, I was doing assignments for just 300 naira. Yeah, 300 naira. That will print up to 8 pages of work, even do cover page for them, 300 naira. But now I'm doing master's research work of over 300, 200,000, 150,000, 80. I'm even doing normal assignments for 50, but at the end of it all, the money does not really, really do anything. You just get that feeling, okay, I have this money and everything, and the money still goes. And as it's going, so far you did that job well, you're still going to get another job for it again. So his help bent is just based on what will you do with the money that will just have a lasting long effect on you. Would you invest with it? Would you really, really do it to make an impact in your society? Or so that's just it. So I really want to thank you guys for this opportunity. And I hope with this little story or background about myself and what I do, I've been able to make you guys see the impact of finding gold in the desert. It must not really be about research writing, like my own field of expertise. It can be in what you do, maybe photography, maybe web design, maybe content writing, maybe advertising. It's just you knowing that, okay, this is my skill. This is what I can do. So am I in an environment that needs, I was not in that kind of environment, people wouldn't have taken me seriously. Because if I was in an environment that I didn't need academic assistance, I don't think I would have excelled. So that's just it. So finding gold in the desert is just you knowing that, okay, this is where I am. Finding that opportunity that no one is looking at and acting on it. So thank you all. Can I please get a response so that I know that I'm not the only person talking to myself, please?
Thank you so much, sir, for that impactful section. I
Thank
hope
you so much.
okay. Okay, once again, thank you so much, sir. For me, my note is full already. I don't know about any other person, but my own note is full already. So I will just, okay, before I go into like recap of everything Mr. Precious said. If you have any question, just drop it in the chat box. So when we are done with it, when we are done with the recap, we'll just go back to it. So okay, I'll be giving a brief recap on what I learned. So Mr. Precious said you really have to start from somewhere. And when you are starting from somewhere, you have to start from somewhere. And when you're starting from somewhere, you do not give up. Then he made a brief history about you have to also excel in your studies. And apart from excelling in your studies, you have to team up with people with like minds. So then he made an example of having people back then that they were not the same like minds and all. But so the main thing is, even if you want to aim at doing something, you still have to like team up with people with like minds. When you have people with like minds, this will like further your goal and everything you want to achieve. Also, okay, as a student, maybe when you're in school, you want to try and go into other things. You should not forget the aspect of your academics. So far you really want to excel at what you are pursuing, you must also find the balance between that particular thing and your academics. Your academics must not lag behind. And also, after finding a balance, then you can now think about expansion. So in the process of expansion, you make use of your available resources. Number one, don't be using your data to be scrolling through Instagram every time. Instagram every time. You make use of resources available to you, your laptop, your good network, and everything. So then content writing will expose you to different areas. You might be a science student and you might just find yourself writing something about law or writing something under literature or even something under science that you don't even know about. So content writing will actually like expose you to different things that even if your friends or people around you are talking about like something you don't know before, but because you've written something about oh okay, I've done something like this before, you'll be able to like contribute. Then in the process of finding gold in the desert, finding gold in the desert is discovering what. So in my own notes I said find gold in the desert is discovering what to be best multitude. So people, what are you good at? Okay, you're good at writing this particular thing. So that's what your interest is. Then you will now develop that interest. Then adding is to become a better person. And not only you being a better person, but the people around you being a better person. If among your friends, you are the only successful one, honestly, it won't really make sense.
Yes.
So in the process of you being a better person, you have to consider people around you too and also impact the people around you, yourself and the recipients of the value. Okay, you make yourself a better person and also the recipients of those people that are receiving the value. So and again, what's the whole main reason of your interest that you are pursuing is to make money. You should not lie. Everybody
Yeah,
wants
it's
to make
true.
money. So if you want to make if you want to make money at the best way. So under in my note, I said under money aspects, make sure when you are pursuing money, you are doing it the right way. You are not swallowing your name, this and that. So thank you very much, sir, for the session. So if you have any question, please send your question. I will go through the chat now. Please, if you have any question, please just drop the question in the chat box.
Okay, I have a question. Can I?
Okay, you can go on, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Precious, for your session. It's been an enlightening one. And yeah, I also have jottings that I made from your session. Thank you, sir. Right. So yeah, I think I also agree with the statement you made that a good name, right, is better than all the money you want to make. That was quite profound. But then my question is in this line. So for someone perhaps who is just starting out in writing or whatever it is the person is doing, so maybe you're even a tailor, you're just sewing, a fashion designer, you're just sewing, or you're a photographer, you're just starting and all of that. So, I mean, where is the balance of, okay, because I'm just starting, so my works are not very excellent, right? And so I deliver it
Mm.
because at that point, that is my knowledge. That's the best I know. So at that point, should that stop me from going? Because I want a good name. I want to be like, okay, I need those shaking it. So this person that did this and did it very well. So how do I do that balance? At what point is it me starting out as a learner? And at what point is it me being not to being excellent? So I don't know if you get the question. Thank you.
Okay. So you are trying to strike a balance with the fashion stuff you do and the writing you have at the side, right?
Yes, so I'm just even giving an example. If I were a fashion designer, if I was a fashion designer and I'm probably just
Okay.
starting out and my work are not so excellent, so the part of a good name is better than all the money. Now at this point, it's not because I'm just shady or I'm being nonchalant. I'm just
Okay.
starting out, so my works are not so excellent. So at that point, will people still refer me because I'm just starting out? So how do I find the balance of being excellent and just I'm actually just starting out? All right.
Now it is I like the question, yes. It is good that you put it in mind that you really want to make a good name in the task or the skill you want to deliver to people. It is good that you put that in mind first, and it is very, very good. So when that kind of thing, that kind of issue arises, you need to look out for. I sometimes I'm vexed that a lot of things I see on the internet, a lot of tools that I use for my work now, I didn't really see it when I was in school that time, as at
Mm.
2017. Now, things are even better than, because with the internet, that changes every day. The dynamism of meeting new things. Because I can assure you, some things we were open to as at last year, it has changed this year. And it is even in a more better way. You understand? With this, let's make use of an example for this WhatsApp that we use at the moment now.
Yeah.
As at 3 years back, we're not doing audio status. It was just normal text and sending videos. But now you can send a voice note and put on your status.
Yeah.
That's what happens with the internet, changes the dynamism of it. So being in this kind of situation, what I do is I'll make sure that I have a lot of things that can really make my work perfect. There are a lot of AI tools. Like, AI is good though, I can't dispute that. But at the end of it all, they say something that is free, when you use it
Uh,
too much, it has a bad, it won't be balanced again. Let's just say it that way, because let's just say like Coke now. Coke is very sweet. There's nobody that you give Coke that will not want to drink Coke. But at the end of it all, Jedi is on one side.
mm,
You understand? That's drinking too much of it.
yeah.
Then, if you still want to go deeper, God forbid, you can even get diabetes from it, because you're having too much sugar intake in your body. You understand? So that does not mean that, okay, because it's free and it's sweet, that does not mean you should overuse it. You understand? I was having this, let me just chip this in. I was having this little conversation with my friend like 3 months back, because there was this job I did for a client that I really didn't. I did it well, but the whole feeling of it was not just me, because I made use of tools to do the work. It was perfect. It was even more than what I expected. But that feeling of myself that this work was not, it was not you that did it. It was because of you made use of these tools. And there's one thing with AI. If I want AI to give me something so niche and perfect, it's going to give me. So all those places that I'm not supposed to put comma or put stuff that I put in my own, because it's my brain action I use for it, my brain power. AI will make it so perfect that it will not even question my own knowledge about what I'm doing. You understand? So in starting up, you guys are more exposed to tools that you can make your content work so perfect.
Mm,
But at the end of it all, it kills your own image creativity as a person. Because if this AI always solves my problem, is there need for me to think? You ask yourself that question. And if you ask me, this thing is helping me, why do I need to think? Because if there's a task that always had me up and running for 8 hours to do, and this AI was able to do it under 2 hours for me, is there need for me to still want to do something for 8 hours when I know in the next 2 hours it can work for me? At the end of it all, it will help you, but in the long run, there's something is taken out from you that you can't get back again. Because there is no day. At a point in time, I had to tell my friend that, bro, it's like these tools I'm using online to like make my content very, very perfect is really, really getting on me. Because it wanted me to like get more jobs, but at least I'll have time to do it. But I'm not the one doing it again. You understand? The stuff I'm using, if it becomes questionable now, how do I defend it? You can't, because I didn't read it. It was just a command I made that make this stuff perfect for me. At the end of it all now, when they ask, okay, how did you do it? I'll not say, let me not lie to you. Get that kind of thing. But if it was something I did, I can beat my chest. Even if you wake me up from sleep, I'll be like, okay, and this was what I did. Yeah, I'm very, very sure because I read it and I did it. So I was the one that put the information. I'm very, very sure this information is there. Do you understand? So when you want to start a balance between you having that skill to do it and availing yourself with things that should help you. So it should help you, but let it not be your savior. In a sense, because when at the end of it all now, all my problems, I put it to God. But God still gave me brain to make decisions that will make me not have problems. You understand? So if in the long run, I'm always putting my problems to God, God will just be looking at me that, but I gave you brain now. You're supposed to make one or two rational decisions that will not make you be in that kind of situation.
Yeah.
So if I now go back to these AI tools now, I'll be like, okay, let me wait. Please go help me now. 2 hours, I don't finish the problem. But in the long run, it will always help you. It will always help you, but it is taking a lot from you than you think. Because at that point in time, your critical thinking is not of you again. And it will make you over reliant and dependent on it. And trust me, you don't want to be in that kind of situation. I've seen someone's comments, experience with the user, you understand. Like, good and fine. I used to always say, like, it pains me a lot. AI was not in use during my time in school. But I'm also happy that it was not there because believe me, if it was there, I don't even know whether I'll be this person. Do you understand? AI is here to really help us, but we should understand that something that helps us too much is going to have a detrimental effect on us in one way or the other. So that being said and done, you starting, it is very good, but it is important you have a balance with it. Having that balance, it does not mean you should not make use of it. Make use of it, but make sure that it is working the way you want it, not the way you feel it should help you out. So if I want to now make an essay or a research report on global warming, I should be able to have little knowledge of global warming before I ask AI to give me a more extensive knowledge of it. You understand? So I should really know a little about it so that when I see an information that the resource tool has given me, I should be able to question it that, okay, I don't want it this way. Because if I don't have knowledge of it, it might even give me something that is wrong, I don't know. It will even give me an outdated information or backdated information. Well, because I don't really know it, I'll be like, okay, I think this is very okay. And I'll deliver it to a client. And the client will now come back with a bad review. And this thing I'm even talking about is I have someone that a client that 2 days ago now, my phone is not here. I think anyone, I'll drop my number and I'm going to send the screenshot to person so that you see there's a review you get from someone, you know that it's not because you didn't really do the work well, but you were too reliant on these tools. So the whole idea of it, because trust me, these institutions outside the country, the students you have outside the country, that they really take critical thinking very, very serious, not like schools in Nigeria. I can't say for all, but their own system of education, they are reliant on students getting information from their brain resource than going to the internet to get information and use AI, because they really have tools to detect it. So when you are now challenged with this kind of clients, you want to make sure that you use your brain power to like give them crafted information, because I can't say AI information is not crafted.
Mm.
You understand? It's just refined. So when you want to give them crafted information, it has to be from your brain resource and what you understand by it. And it's better you give them something you understand, because when you give them something you understand, they will know. But when with an AI tool, I can do something with maybe 180 lines. If I put the command make this 180 lines 1,000 lines, the AI tool will give me 1,000 lines, and it will be so perfect. It will not question my own ability that this is not it. So those are the perks in it. But starting, going back to what you said,
Yeah.
it is good you have a balance. You are at an advantage that you have a lot of tools that can help you to content writing and everything. But it is good to have external knowledge before you work with those tools, because believe me, the day you will start with it, it's just like stealing from the pot in the night. The first night you steal, it will be successful, they will not catch you.
Yeah.
You steal the second
Time is,
time, they will not catch you. But the day they will catch you now, you will not be prepared for it. You understand?
yeah.
So it's like that's how it is when you work with that AI tool. It will give you a very good result the first day. You will get good reviews. You'll be happy. You'll be like, this thing has helped me. You did the second time. But believe me, the fifth, sixth, or 10th time you do it, the kind of review you get, you will think that, but this was what that helps me the first time now. That's what shows that your over reliance on it has made it to even give you a result that is not up to standard, but you believed it too much.
Mm.
So this is what it is. So when you want to go into writing, say both content writing or academic writing, you just need to just find the balance. It helps me a lot. I can't lie. It has really helped me a lot. But I need to understand that as it's helping me, I just can't be self over reliant on it, because it really, really messes you up. It's Let me even tell you, like your your decision personally, there are some decisions you'll not be able to make. You just believe that AI knows better. And when you are in that kind of dilemma, it's not something that I won't wish for my enemy to be in. AI knows it, AI knows it. No. There are some things you should know as a person. Then AI should just spice it up, not really give you everything you want. You
Yeah.
understand? I hope
Yeah.
I've treated your question.
Yeah. Thank you. So, very quickly to, a second question for my end would be,
Okay.
so for writing, when it comes to writing now, I think you mentioned that currently, you have a job that you do. So would you
Yes.
advise that writing is a main work for someone or just like a side gig? Which would you advise, or which is better, or do you pay full attention to it that, okay, writing is my source of income and this is what I do full time, or just as an addition, which is better
Okay.
for
So
writers?
now
All right.
the thing is depends on your level of exposure at the moment. For the past 6 years, writing has been my thing. But I just got to just make that decision that I don't feel I can do it anymore again, like my main puzzle. Believe
Okay.
me, I had job offers. I had job offers from 2021, but I was just sticking to like, no, let me just keep doing my writing, because I was having a lot of gigs. Like the only time I don't have gigs is when the international students are on summer holiday. So like, let's just say August, September, then late July, I don't really have gigs that time. But it's still from the beginning of the year till June. I have gigs coming in, going out. Then especially October, November, I have a lot that comes. So you understand? So those are the kind of things. But I took it as my preferred job. But I only delved out of it. I'm not completely out of it because I feel the utility I wanted from it, I've gotten it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not me saying that having a writing gig is not a good hustle or it should not make it your number one. No, I'm not saying that. It can be your number one, like, and be your only one self. Depends on the kind of clients you have. You know, you can have a client that you just work for once and the person never comes again.
Yeah.
Then you can have some that you keep working for them till they finish their program. So most persons I work for are people that do masters and PhD. So you know it's a continuous process. They always have assignments, they have academic obligations and everything. So most of the times those are the ones that keep me going. But there are some clients I meet that after I did work once for them, they're okay with what I did. They never come back again. You understand? And you can't blame them for that. It's just because they don't have any other job to give you.
Mm-hmm.
So everything, the whole strategy about it is making sure that you have a client that you can work with for long term. And working with someone for long term means the person trusts you, the person believes in what you deliver. Because trust me, there's no way you deliver something bad first, second time, and the person will be coming back to you. It's not rocket science. It does not happen that way. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So writing can be a very like your number one job, and you can be doing it. It's remote now. You can be in the comfort of your house, or you want to step out, you can do it. You understand? It can make you okay. It can be your number one source, and it's paying. Like I said in the beginning, let nobody let me not lie for you. It pays a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It pays a lot. It even pays me more than the job I'm doing right now. But it is not because I've gotten the utility I got from what I was doing. I just felt like no, I don't really want to do it again. So I'm just doing it, taking it as something I do during my spare time. So it was not really all about the money for me, money, but it was just something that I liked. And it was a skill I just said, let me just develop. You understand? So that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take it. No, no, no. If you avail yourself, there are a lot of things that you can, a lot of sites you can advertise your skill. You won't get a lot, you won't get tired because one thing I know about academics, because the more generation that are coming after us, they're still in school. And this is what the internet has done. The internet has made people not really, really, let me just put it, not really, really focus on their studies. You can't blame them. But you just need to understand that this is a market that never runs dry. It is a market that is always open for a lot of persons to go into. People need help in academics a lot. I can vouch for you. Like people need a lot of help in academics because students are not really, really, they don't really want to do things for themselves because they have one or two things. Because they have
Wow.
one or two things going.
All right. Thank you so much for your answers to those questions. Yeah.
Okay, so Oluwafunke said, can you share the links to this platform we are speaking of? Where we can find these jobs? Yes, I would. I don't know if I send it here, will everyone see it or maybe if you guys send me a message personally, I'll be able to do that.
Okay, yeah, we'll message you and we'll just drop it on our platform. We actually have a community page for our series. So we'll get it from him, from the speaker, and we'll just drop it on the platform so everyone can
Okay,
access it from there. So I'll just message you after
okay,
this to get the links.
okay. Then
Uh,
it is
okay.
important to know that. Sorry, let me just chip something in. It is important to know that even if you want to delve into it, good and fine. Just make sure that there's some things you just have to have available. Like you can use your phone, but it is very efficient if you have a computer device because it makes a lot of things easier for you. You know, with your phone now, you have to minimize one application before you do other things. But with your PC, you can share your screen and
Yeah,
do,
it's your screen.
you understand. So if you, me, I started with the phone, but I'm not discouraging you. But in this age that we are right now, there are some tools you just need to just have in check to just make things easier for you. You understand? And it is good that you, the first person you get in your writing job, you leave an indelible mark on the person that anywhere the person goes to, the person can vouch for you.
Mm.
This is that. Let me look for my business poster. This poster, okay, I don't know that you guys can see. Let me reduce my screen. You guys can see it. This business poster is Plug Consults. Academic excellence is our priority. This poster was in my 300 level that I did it. Like, it was my friend that was disturbing me. Precious, at least have a poster that you should share to your friends so that they will know about you. They were disturbing me to do it. But I can vouch and tell you that I don't think there was a time I've not posted this on my status like 20 times to be like, let me share and repost and repost. It was because, not because I was proud about it. No. The ones I haven't had, the jobs I had doing was enough for me. So why will I even want to advertise again? You understand? So it was not like I didn't want to like share my business plan or anything. No. I had more than enough. So it was not even the money value of it. I had more than enough because at the end of it, why should I can carry problem that is bigger than myself? Let me not have mental issues. So the little 6 to 10 tasks I was doing in a month was enough for me. It would cover anything I wanted using money for. That does not mean that I could not do more than that, but no, like I'm okay with this 6 or 5. Some months if I work for only 2 persons, and the pay I get from those 2 persons is more than enough. Sometimes I get lesser, but at least it's just for, let me just do it because at least as I'm doing it, I am supposed to be sane also. You understand? So that was just it. So it's now it tells on you for you to know that is when you do your job well that you get this kind of things. When you do your job, make sure that you deliver a good job in writing. And this should also tell you that you should have someone that you can confide in and be like, okay, hello, my bro. Sorry, this is my write-up for someone, a client. Can you read it and give me an idea of what you think I should correct on? This was why I worked with a team. There was no decision I made, my final decision to an end product that I really didn't need my reviews or opinions of my teammates. When I'm done, I'll be like, okay, my guy Samuel, or is it Nathaniel or Mr. Ahmed? Okay, Ahmed, look at this one. Please read it out. If you feel there's a correction, they'll make 1 or 2 corrections and I make sure I perfect it before I deliver it to my client. So that was just the secret. I didn't work alone. I had a team of like minds, like myself, that were better than me, that were ready to help me. So you now wanting to start the writing job, it is very good. But make sure you have someone that as a close friend that you can support you. Okay, please help me proofread this my writing. What do you think I should correct? What do you think I should add to it that I feel is not there? So when you really have people that genuinely want to help you, you do a good job. And let me tell you guys too, once you start this, there's no going back. Oh. Just put it in mind. That's just the truth. There is no going back. No matter how you want to stop it, once you take this, once you beat your chest and say, this is what I want, and you start it, believe me, you won't get things that you didn't even imagine. Once you have the support of God, honestly, once you pray and everything, let me tell you, like some days you will wake up to more than enough orders. You'll be the one saying, God, let me just off my phone. Because believe me, see academic job, as far as it's writing and academics, It never ends. The only time it will end is when they're on break. Believe me, when they resume school, you will still be the first person they will reach out to. That's how it is. There's some of my mates that are married now. I'm still the one doing their masters for them. Like I'm still helping them in their masters. These were people that I worked that I've not seen for more than 4 years. I still have their contact. It's just like, so you just need to know that it's when this one has finished the masters, or maybe the person not doing PhD again, that's when the person will stop reaching out to you. That does not mean that they will not tell you that, okay, please help me do my CVO. Or that little writing stuff, that they will still want you to still be the person to do it for them. I used to have people from, I'm in Lagos here, I have people from Kogi, I have people from Abuja that's reaching out to me. Doesn't mean they don't have persons close to them, they have, but they just know you always do it well for them. So they'll even wait, even if I tell them that, this week is going to be long for me, they'll ask you that, when do you think you can do it? So it shows that you are really, really giving this profile that you are good at what you do and you deliver well. So if that's it, and I'll be like, okay, this week is long, it's only weekend I'll be free. I'll be like, okay, I'll wait during the weekend. Please just make sure you do it for me. You understand? And also, when you want to start this, you can join groups. That's why I like social media algorithm. Once you follow anything that's related to writing on TikTok, before you know, anytime you scroll TikTok, you'll be seeing a lot of it. That's what the algorithm does for you. That's the only thing I like about social media. Once you expose yourself to one certain thing that you say that's what you like to consume, you will see more of it. So when you see all those kind of things, there's some persons you can have as mentors in the writing, someone that is close to you. You can even keep my contact. I can offer advice at any point in time. But if I don't reply on time, no vex, I'm doing something. But I'll reply when I see the message. You understand? So that being said and done, I wish you guys the best as you take on the writing or the academic pathway. Please feel free to always reach out to me. I will drop my phone number. If I don't pick your call, drop a message.
Yes,
Believe me, I'll reply when I see it. I will not leave your messages unread. So
yes,
thank you so much to the organizers of this series. I really appreciate it.
yes.
If you guys even want me to come next week, I'll come next week because I feel this is the best I can do because I didn't have someone to tell me this when I was young. But if I can do this for other persons, believe me, I know deep within me that at least my purpose in life, at least I'm telling people about it. I didn't have someone to tell me this, but believe me, if you guys even want me to come next week, I'll still be here. Believe me. So I really want to thank you guys for the opportunity.
Yes, we are so honored to have you, come speak to us and also offering yourself, to be available to answer questions of, participants that, would want to go into this and also have questions. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. It's been a great one. So I don't know if there are more questions, but our time is fast spent. You can just send in your questions. We'll find a way of sending it to our speaker and get you back your answer. And like I said, is available. Yeah, it's available to if you have questions or you just say something about the mentor. I think this is a potential mentor for someone that wants to go into writing and he has made himself available. So thank you so much, sir, for your time once again. If there are more questions, we'll be able to take it, but you can drop it, we pick it up, or drop it on the community page, you pick it up, we get it across to our speaker and we revert back. Thank you so much, sir, once again for your time. And I also want to appreciate Uncle was to the closing, but I also want to appreciate Ife was the one who connected us to you. And she's a member of our team too. And we also want to appreciate Ife for finding a resource speaker for today. Thank you so much once again, sir. It was good having you. So I'll hand over to Hanko as she wrap up the event. Thank you, sir, once again. Thank you to those who
Thank you
joined.
so much.
All right. Yeah. Over to you, Bukola, to wrap up.
Thank you so much, Mr. Precious. We can't appreciate you enough. Our chief has spoken everything. I mean, I can't keep thanking you, but thank you so much for this impactful section. Now I know where to take. my virtual assistant career from. I know where to start from now. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And thank you to everybody that joined. Thank you so much. I hope we learned one thing or the other. And please let's look forward to the October creative series. Thank you so much. Okay, let's just say a word of prayer. Father, I will thank you for this impactful section. Father, I will thank you for the month of September. Father, as we are entering a new month in tomorrow, what's it tomorrow? Father, as we are entering a new month on Tuesday, Father, be with us in Jesus' name. And as we are starting a new week tomorrow, Father, be with us in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, we pray. So,
Amen.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much,
Thank you. I
sir.
really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Mhm.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. See you next month by the grace of God. Thank you.
Bye.